Question 1, thoughts and feelings about intersectionality. I feel that everybody is connected in one way or another, but yet still treated differently based on where they range from on the chart of intersectionality. All forms of intersectionality, I feel like, are ranked depending on if you are white or African American, you are less on the totem pole or higher on the totem pole. I feel like you can identify where you stand by identifying how the world sees you. And I don't like it, but that's the way that the world is. How Kimberly came to the term of intersectionality. She wanted a way to describe the experience of Black women. Also, how to defer the experiences between Black men and white women. So she compared and contrasted the experiences between races and gender of people.
So I had, why do you think it's important to have words to describe people's experiences? So I just went ahead and did 3 important topics. So I said, first, I think intersectionality is important to fully understand the different aspects of someone's social and political identity. And I also said it's important because it requires us to acknowledge the paths for experiences of oppression that may not impact us personally, but are still wrong. And then I also said intersectionality is important because it requires that we acknowledge the paths and experiences of oppression. Oh wait, I just repeated myself. That's okay, that's all I have.
So I have, according to the video, intersection refers to the reality of multiple identities. Some identities that I saw in the video was Jerry was disabled, he lived below poverty line, was the oldest of 10, and was out of school most times, and he took care of his siblings. Some of my own intersectionalities is I am a Hispanic woman, I live low middle class, and I am a middle child of 3 kids.
Okay, my question was, how do you see intersectionality in the people around you? I just said that intersectionality is often overlooked. People around us label based on first impressions, I feel like, things like race, but the other levels like gender and class are often assumed and not considered.
All right, so mine was, why is this helpful in the classroom? It's just better for you to get to know your students and the multiple identities that they have. Instead of making assumptions about their views and values. I also said that getting to know them will help you figure out the many factors that contribute to the difficult life that they might have, and some of the benefits is better understanding one another.
I'm here to talk about Jerry, Fatima, and Greta. Jerry's got a disability which makes his life difficult anyway. On top of that current struggle, he and his family also live below the poverty line, and since he's the oldest, he misses school because he's caring for his 10 younger siblings. Fatima comes from Somalia. Along with being female, those 2 things lead to most people judging her before they even know her. And Greta is a white woman who lives an affluent life, so she doesn't really think about intersectionality at all. So she can choose to ignore it because it doesn't really affect her.